Morning.
We are learning Mishna Nazir, Parak Beis, Chapter 2, Mishnah Yud, Mishnah 10. Now, today's Mishnah is really going to be something that we mentioned yesterday. And it goes like this. It's a continuation of the case before. A person says, Hareini Nazir l'chshehei libein. I am hereby a Nazir when I have a son. Vin Nazir me'ayayim. And in addition, I accept upon myself to be a Nazir for 100 days. And as we had yesterday, the case is that he started that 100-day Naziris because he could. And then in the middle, a son was born. And because the son is born and the Naziris of the son, he took upon himself first. He now, as the previous Mishnah said, he's got to stop. So he has to stop his Naziris, stop observing his Naziris, and now begin the Naziris for his son. So the Mishnah says, if he has a son up to 70 days into the Naziris that he was keeping on his own, loy hipsid klum, doesn't lose out on anything. La'achar shivim, but if the son is born after 70, soiser shivim, he will now basically have to forfeit days up to 70. Because you cannot have the cutting of a Nazir's hair for less than a 30-day growth. That is something we said yesterday. The point is that if he takes on he took on 100-day Naziris, which he has to interrupt now. He's in the middle of it and he interrupts. So the Mishnah says like this. If the baby is born, now he already kept 70 days. If the baby is born before the 70 days, then, let's say he's born, right up to the end, right up to the final point. So it's 70 days. He's got 30 days left for his old one. So we say, okay, observe the Naziris you took upon for your son, complete it, go through the process of cutting your hair and bringing the sacrifices, and then you can complete the old Naziris, the Naziris you started before. Why? Because you have at least 30 days left. And since you have at least 30 days left, you can go ahead and now just finish what you were doing before, because in between the haircuts, you'll have 30 days. But if, let's say, the baby is born on day 72, right? On day 72, so then there's less than 30 days left for him to keep. So now, when he goes back to finishing his Naziris, how many days does he have to do?
30.
Yeah. All he has to do is make sure that he keeps an Naziris of 30 days so that he can have a 30-day break between haircut and haircut. So it's not like, well, if you have less than 30 days left, you got to start all the way from the beginning again. No, you don't. You just got to go back to 70, basically. You got to go back to the point where you'll be observing 30 days. And once you observe 30 days, you'll then be able to complete the first Naziris, the Naziris you started, which Naziris you made on your own. And you'll be able to bring the carbon and do the tagalachas, do the hair cutting, because it'll already be a 30-day period of the hair growing between haircut and haircut. So this is something we spoke about yesterday, but this is what the Mishnah says specifically. All right, that was a pretty short one. Let's go on to the next one, which is Parak Gimel Mishnah Aleph. Parak Gimel Mishnah 1.
Next page.
Okay, Parak Gimel Mishnah Aleph, Chapter 3, Mishnah 1. Mi sha'amar hareini nazir. A person who says, I am a Nazir, I'm hereby a Nazir. Migaleach yem shloishim ve'echad. So we say that when a person does, unspecified amount of time for Naziris, then the minimum term for Naziris is 30 days. Okay, when does he cut his hair? Meaning, when does he go through the process, the ritual of ending his Naziris? Day 31. Finish 30 days. And then day 31 is when you cut your hair. But if he cut his hair a little bit too early, but it was day 30, on day 30 he cut his hair, Yatza, he still has to fulfill his obligation. Why? Because we have a principle called Miktzas Hayoim Kakulai. Part of a day is like the full day. So when you're basically finishing something, then we allow you to say that part of the day is considered like a full day. Therefore, the Mishnah is clear. He should not be relying on that. That's not how you should be doing things l'chatchila initially. You should be finishing all 30 days complete and then cutting his hair. But if it comes out that he jumped the gun a little bit and he cut his hair on day 30, then he has still fulfilled his obligation, because he has observed a 30-day Naziris. We'll call it a halachic 30-day Naziris. Now, but if the person, when he made his Naziris vow to begin with, stated the following, Hareni Nazir Shleishim Yom, behold, I am a Nazir for 30 days. That's what he said. I am a 30-day Nazir. Then, Im Gilach Liyem Shleishim Lo Yatza. Then if he cuts his hair on day 30, he has not fulfilled his obligation. Because once he specifies, he speaks out 30 days, that means a full 30 days. If it's just a question of, did you do 30 days? You just took on Naziris. Naziris says 30 days. Did you do it? I did it. Because there's a principle, part of the day is like the whole day. Mm-hmm. But if I specified I'm a Nazir for 30 days, that means a full 30 days. And if you cut your hair before the end of day 30, you have not fulfilled your obligation. And guess what? You got to start all over again. Have a wonderful day.